So I just got off the phone with one of my friends, actually asking me what rod to buy, what brand, kasi ang dami daw niya nakikitang brands and everything like that. Just a quick one, I referred him to get MajorCraft rods, and then I will let you know what's the reason behind it. Alright, dun tayo sa bahay para maliwanag. I'm receiving a lot of questions about the rods that I'm using when doing light salt water game. So I'm guessing they're asking for details for light popping, light shore jigging, and inshore games. So let's see what I can do to answer everything. But for this time, I want to share the brand or the rod brand that I'm actually most fond of. So these are MajorCraft rods. Alright, so for inshore games, I have this technical and tactical focus. So of course we need to start with the gear equipment. So we have the lines, we have the lures, we have the reels, and especially we have the rods. So I've been telling everyone, to those who are actually asking me where to start, is of course to start with the rod first. Let me share something. So I have a thing about MajorCraft rods. Ever since the 9-foot Sky Road came, N1s, X-Ride, Solparas, even the freshwater Corkish rods and everything else. So when we talk about rods like this, what I'm especially looking for is for the best value. Okay. So when I say best value, the rod should have the most features and technology and feel around it. Of course, without breaking the bank. So that's very important. So what I have here for you is some of our rods that we mainly use for light inshore game. So these are just a few of the MajorCraft rods that you can purchase from my friend Boggs or Fishing Villa Tackle and Outdoor. Of course, they are the main distributor of these rods to Philippines, and also kind enough to sponsor us, me and my son. Okay, so first I have the First Cast FCS 962M. So I'll be starting with the cheaper models first, before we go to the higher end ones. So these are Seabass and light shore jigging rod. Okay, so let's open this one. Okay, so as you can see, there's signs of use already for this rod. So baliktad. So there you go. First cast rod. So this is rated 15 to 42 grams, and the line is actually PE 0.8 to 2.5. Okay, so these are sea bass rods. So when I say sea bass rods, is it also good to be used as a jigging rod? Yes, it can. Good power for casting and for fighting a fish. So mainly I'm using this one for my soft plastics, plugs, and some hard body lures. So because it's a sea bass rod, it actually has some heaviness and stiffer bend to it. Okay, so when I say bend, dito lumalabas yung sinasabi nating taper sa mga rods. Okay, so there's always a misconception, or there has been a misconception for rods in regards to taper. So yung fast, yung slow. So for the untrained eyes, hindi nila kayang sabihin kung ito ay fast or slow action rods. So when we say rod action, there's always been misinformation and misconception about rod action. They always tend to Google and search for actions, and then makakakita sila ng illustrations na nakabend yung mga rod, fast, slow, mga ganon. So that's a common misconception about rod bending. Okay? Lagi nilang iniisip minsan, the thinner the rod, the slower the action is. Alright? So hindi na ganun ngayon. So beforehand, way back, siguro sabihin natin 15 years ago, the technology was not as good as what we have right now. So what I'm trying to say here is, they always say that the thinner the blank diameter, the more it bends. Okay? So again, that is not the case anymore. In modern technology, as blank that has thicker or mataba can actually bend more than thinner ones, especially mga high-end blanks. Okay? Lagi nilang iniisip, the action is where the start or when the bend starts. So let's try to get the second at this one. Yan. Lagi nilang iniisip, uy, doon nag-start yung bend. So lagi nilang iisipin na fast yun, fast or slow or hindi. Okay? So for this day and age, action is actually defined where it bends most. Yung magsi-circle na siya, yung gagawa ka ng circle, not the rod getting into bilog. So yan. So dito pwede mo siya makita dito. So this is actually a fast rod. Okay? So minsan dito siya nagbe-bend. So doon natin malalaman din kung paano natin siya ma-distinguish. Okay? And then we also have rod power. So the power of the rod actually does not entirely comes from the blank only. It's actually 90% blank, but also the power of the rod actually coming from the rod butt, this one. Okay, the guide spacing. Okay, and of course the material used. Okay, and then powerful rods are sometimes being used for those fish that charge hard and then high stick mo. So pwede. So now that's my first cast Seabass rod. This is actually a Seabass and light shore jigging. So I am pairing this one sometimes with a C3000 reel or 4000 reel. Medyo mabigat siya. So I'm 6 foot tall. Medyo malaki ang kamay ko. So yung bigat minsan hindi ko na nararamdaman. Unlike for other anglers, sasabihin nila, ang bigat ng first cast, ang tigas ng first cast. But then again, this rod can deliver or can land most of the fish na meron tayo sa land base natin here in Luzon or in down south. Malalaki isda. I think mag-held din to, of course, combined with skills, combined with proper positioning of the fight sa rod, proper settings of drag and things like that. Alright, so this is my first cast. And also to add to that information, as in paper, ang sabi dito 15 to 42 grams. Pero I wouldn't go near 40 grams jig or even plugs. Hindi ako didikit sa 40 grams. I always have this allowance na hindi ako mag-overload. Pero pwede ba? Pwede. I've tried 50 grams. I casting 50 grams for this one. And I see no problem in that one, though it's a little bit sluggish. And if gagayahin to ng mga new anglers, baka masira yung rod nila. It comes with experience, it comes with skills na pwede ka magbato, overloading your rod. Pero then again, I'm not recommending that one. Why? Because hindi niya napiplay yung right play ng yung jig or ng popper or ng lure. Okay? So again, presentation is key. So hindi pwedeng overload, hindi mo na malalaro yung popper mo, hindi mo na malalaro yung jig mo, lagi na lang siyang tumatalsik. Okay. Now we go to this Seabass Solpara rod. Yan. Ano rin to? Nasa hindi siya cheapest, pero mid lang siya ng entry level to a little bit of that mid level price range. Solpara. This is the Solpara Seabass rod. So this is one of Stephen's favorite rods. So this is XPX 962 ml. So 9.6 is the length. Lure range is 10 to 30 grams. Okay, and then PE 0.6 to 1.5. So this rod is actually mainly used for jigging. Nakalagay sa kanya Seabass rod. I'm not sure if this is indicated here by mistake. Again, di ba? Sinasabi ko sa inyo, you have to know your rods. So this is a Seabass rod, but it doesn't work like a Seabass rod. It doesn't flex like a Seabass rod. It will not actually give you the most good actions on your plugs, hard body lures, swim baits, and things like that. So this is actually perfect for light jigs. When I say light jigs, that's 7 grams up to 20 grams. So I'll be trying to show some video clips of Stephen using these Solpara rods. And I guess ang mga malalaki na nakuha niya rito is queenfish and threadfin salmon of 4 kilo to 5 kilo range. So maganda ang action niya. Of course, hindi mo siya dapat inipuwersa. You have to know your drag. Paulit-ulit ako dun. You have to know your drag. You have to minimize the high sticking of your rod. High sticking means yung degree from your rod tip to the surface of the water is masyado ng mataas. Okay? So let's go to another rod. Okay, let's switch quickly to popping rods. Okay, so we have this popping rod. This is a MajorCraft cross stage ocean casting rod. Yan. Sana nakikita nyo. Sorry hindi ako magaling sa mga ganito eh. Pero I'm just asked over and over again. So I think pag tinanong nila ako, I will just show them this video. So this is a 7.3 ml. So this is a casting rod. This is rated to cast 15 to 60 grams. So hindi nila indicated sa 15 to 60 grams if that is for jig or plugs. Of course, there's a difference between casting and jig and plug. Of course, you can cast the same weight of a jig and a plug, but the difference will be when you're trying to play it already. Okay, so cast ka ng 60 grams na jig, okay, cast ka ng 60 grams na popper, okay, nakast mo, hindi naman dun lahat natatapos, nandun ka lang sa casting part. But for the cadence of your popper or the popper or sa if ever try ka mag stick bait, dun mo malalaman na parang may mali, parang sluggish. Okay, so again, I'm not going to talk about lines now and reels, but I'll be just talking about rods for now. Okay, next is an ocean casting as well, 762M. The first ocean casting, this is mine, this is ML, and this is Stephen's, this is M. Ocean casting, this is also rated for 20 to 80 grams. Okay, kita nyo yung agwat ng ML sa M. This is a medium light power rod. Okay, then the action is regular, fast. So yeah, these are our popping rods. So we want our popping rods to be shorter than the usual. Okay, kasi there are poppers that play well when the rod tip is down. Not every popper can play swiping or popping upwards or sideways or rod tip down. So sa mga cross stage napansin namin na for every popper there's a different way of popping it. Different way pasabugin siya. Meron kasing diving popper, meron talagang popper na big cups, may popper na konti lang, meron popper na mukha lang siyang stick bait. So yep, this medium siya or medium light siya, matigas siya. Okay, and it actually came with a double foot. These are all equipped with Fuji guides. Okay, so for the price range niya, I think this is 8,000 pesos. Naka Fuji guides ka na, Fuji components, and very nicely wrapped guides din. Okay, and let's go to a little bit excellent rod. So this is my triple cross 902 shore super light shore jigging. So this is actually very nice rod. So for the price, ang ganda na niya. Pwede mo na siyang i-compare sa higher end rods, which actually with the price range of 15,000 to 25,000 pesos rods. If you actually know what you're doing, this can actually take whatever those rods can do. Okay, of course meron ka lang konting weight penalty, but if you are not a weight weenie, or if you actually have can compensate a good balance rod with a lightweight rod, good balance reel, this will actually serve you well. So this is my primary jigging rod. So this is 5 to 30 grams. So the range is between 5 to 30. So nagkakast ba ako ng 5 grams? No, not as much for my saltwater game. Siguro 8, 10, 15, 20, 30. 30 maximum ko na yun. So but for this rod, this is a 30 gram max rod. So again, I'm not going to push my rod to cast 28 grams or 27 grams. Siguro I would stop at 22 grams for casting this one. Okay? And then kung mapapansin nyo pala, most of our rods has this hook keeper. Okay? Hook keeper. So I have from Prox. The other ones has the Fuji hook keepers. So there are some opinions about this one na sumasabit pa daw dito yung lines. Yeah, it will eventually, minsan pag lalo na if you're casting against the wind, minsan yung takbo ng line mo nagtatanggal dito. Pero very seldom, and kung ikaw ay aware sa ginagawa mo, hindi mo na yun ma-experience. So again, hook keepers, instead of putting your lures, the hooks sa guides or somewhere else or sa reels, lalo na kung wala kayong mga reel balancer or yung mga hook keeper na nilalagay sa reel, the best is yung hook keepers. Also available din yan sa fishing filler. And then let's go to our wind special. So this is a triple cross wind special rod. This is a 0.6 to 1.5 PE again, and 7 to 21 grams lang siya. So kamukha rin siya nito. Kamukha siya. Pero the guides for this one are micro guides. So saan ko ginagamit yung wind special rod? So I'm using this one for jig heads. Jig heads of plastics, bottom bouncing and darting, or for whatever kind of jig head that I'm using. So ito ang ginagamit ko. Okay, so this is an 862 MW. Okay, medium wind gain, wind special. This is a special rod kasi ito yung isa sa unang binigay sa akin ni Bogs as a welcome gift for MajorCraft, from MajorCraft. Okay, and dito naman tayo lastly sa aking ito yata yung pinaka high end ko na MajorCraft, and this is a 5G cross ride. This is a short jigging rod. Okay, so hindi ko na siya tatanggal sa mga clips niya. Wala siyang sleeve hindi ko pa siya nakukuha. So again, this is a very strong and good rod. I've landed several trevallies, GTs, brassy trevallies, and other things around Subic, kay Labni Bay. Yan, maganda to. The only downside for this rod is this will not work for those reels na medyo mabigat. Hindi siya pwede sa Stradic, hindi siya pwede sa Spheros, hindi siya pwede sa other Shimano or Daiwa mid-tier rods. Why? I cannot explain further, pero hindi may feel siya na hindi siya maganda, or kahit na i-balance mo yung daliri mo rito at pag-balance siya, pag nilaro mo na siya, hindi siya maganda sa mga reels na ganun. So what I'm trying to say is these rod are actually built for those high-end reels also, okay, and lighter reels. So let's say you have the Vanquish, you have the Exist, or the Stella. Yan yung magagaan. Doon mo mararamdaman na there's something different sa rod na to kapag tama yung reel na nilagay mo. Okay, kahit na C3000 yan or C5000 o 4000, pag hindi mo nakuha, ayun, pag hindi mo nakuha yung right yung lightness ng reel, hindi mo siya magagamit ng super efficient. So I'm a little bit of a technical angler, so hindi ito mapapansin perhaps ng mga bago, or maaring mag-comment sila na ang arte-arte mo naman. Pero again guys, these are your tools to land those fish. Okay, so proper tools. So again guys, cross ride is good. Pair this one with the light rod, or kahit na yung lumang CI4 ng Stradic, Ultegra, I think meron silang magaan din, at saka yung Mirabelle, yan yung magagaan aside. So that's it. These are all my MajorCraft rods, or our MajorCraft rods that we're using. So again, if may magtanong naman sa akin about reels or lines, pwede ko naman din sabihin yun. Yep, so again, these are our MajorCraft rods that we are using. 90% of the gamit dito is free from Fishing Villa Tackle and Outdoor, owned by my friend Bogs. So yep, sinusupport nila tayo for our fishing. So that includes lines, reels, rods, jigs, and everything. So yep, so if you wanted to buy this, or you wanted to hold or held some rods, go sa tackle shop, puntahan ninyo, hawakan ninyo siya, try to put something, some reels in it, to verify kung ano ba yung nakukuha nyo. And hopefully darating kayo sa point na you can finally relate to what I'm saying And again guys, ingatan natin ang mga rods. Always try to clean them up, especially before and after. Some of you guys are getting these rods from the bags, tapos maglalagay kayo ng reel, magkakasakay ka agad. Maganda nyan, bago nyo gamitin, tanggalin nyo sa bag, punasan nyo siya. Punas, and then bago nyo gamitin. And after nyo gamitin, the same thing. So, I'm not sure kung narinig nyo na yun, kasi baka kayo, naglilinis lang kayo ng rod after. So, before, linisin nyo rin siya, and after. Just like anything else sa mga gamit niyo sa bahay, hindi kayo gagamit na nakastack, tapos gamit agad. So, linisin nyo siya. Mache-check nyo kasi by doing that, mache-check nyo yung mga ring guides kung may chips, kung may breakage, kung may cracks and everything prior sa fishing ninyo, whatever. So I'm just trying to share this one para hindi na tayo paulit-ulit yung nire-relay ko sa mga friends ko. Okay? So if you have more questions, do not hesitate to ask me. So I have my Facebook Panch Trinidad and my page OnlyPanch, or you can just ask anyone from Fishing Villa or anyone from the favorite tackle shops ninyo. So mababait naman sila lahat. So that's it guys. Ciao.